Okay, everyone say the alphabet with me. Come on, everybody. A, B, C, D, E, F, and that's it. That's all the alphabet, everyone. A through F. That's all we get. And I'm not complaining. I understand that they really couldn't have fit, the whole alphabet on this board, on this chalkboard, if they did, A, B, C, D, A through Z. But still, it's something I just wanted to make fun of. Anyway, I will say, this is very fine handwriting, like fancy handwriting. Anyway, guys, hello, ladies and gentlemen, Bacteria, Jindaltine, LA like. Welcome back to Goofy's Face. I never get tired of this, honestly. It's kind of funny, just still looking, turning around, boo, he's right there. Anyway, guys, yeah, welcome back to Kingdom Hearts. And in the last part, we finished off Halloween Town. In this part, it's going to be a little bit special, actually, because, okay, in the last part, we dealt with Halloween Town, and I think said we were just gonna go off and do the other world that was available, the last one out of that ring of chains, But I decided against it because of something interesting. As you guys saw beforehand, when this video before my intro started, you guys saw the footage, right? I put on a small little clip show thing of me, or just showing the footage of me gathering up all the remaining pages from Winnie the Pooh's storybook. All 5 pages. And that's the thing, by the way. The only pages you need to gather are 5. There's only 5 of these pages throughout the entire game, and you need to find all 5 of them in order to restore the book fully. So, we're going to be doing that. And to explain, each one is kind of, to explain the footage. All of the footage you saw beforehand was just me gathering the pages. Not in particular order, just getting them as I went along, and all of them through those different places you saw. Like in Halloween Town, in the bookcase, Monstro's stomach, somewhere in his chambers, Ariel's grotto, I already got the page, and I think the dark chamber in Aladdin, somewhere in there I got the page beforehand. So you guys saw that. I did go about getting extra little stuff, including the Dalmatians, because that's something else I want to mention. You can only get 4 pages out of the book if you go around looking for them, but the last page you need to actually get by, you have to get this page by saving 51 Dalmatians, which is kind of more than half of the Dalmatians you have to save in general. If you save 51 Dalmatians, Pogo and Petra will immediately give you the 5th page, or whatever page, because I'm pretty sure you can get the other pages before this one, but you need to save 51 Dalmatians in order to do it. At first, I wasn't gonna do it because I was thinking it's gonna take me a while to get 51 Dalmatians, but then poof, I got it. And I was like, I didn't know I was this close, and oh, I finally got it. That's why you see some footage of me getting certain Dalmatian things, because it's I wanted to show that, oh, those were the last few ones I needed. So, that's all 5 pages that I have. For now, this is going to be a little bit weird because I have to go in and out of the book. I might cut out when I leave the book. Yes, here, because that's how it worked in the sequel game, but let me explain. Each time you go into the book, right now you have to go in, a page is restored into the book, but then you have to exit out of the book, I believe, or you're forced out, and then you have to enter back in for the other page to, come into existence. So for now, this whole episode will be the Winnie the Pooh world, book thing, world. But the thing about this world is that it's not like the other worlds where they're all combat and somewhat puzzle-orientated. This world is kind of like Hercules' world, where it's a smaller world that doesn't really have you do much. It's something different. You don't fight in this world. You actually have to do mini games in this world. This is a mini game world. All of the things that are involved here are purely mini games. So we'll be doing that this entire episode. So there's 5 pages. I have to do this 5 times, 5 different mini games, or at least 1 to 2, I think. There's some mini games that are interesting here and there. So you'll see what I mean once we get to it. So let's get to Winnie the Pooh, shall we? I will say, with Sora in mind for what's happening, it feels a little bit odd. It feels a little bit odd. doing this whole thing and having this whole occurrence happening where Sora is a part of this whole thing. Like, oh hey, Sora is now here. But let me explain. For Sora to be here, it's fine and all that, but it feels kind of weird because Christopher Robin isn't in this entire storybook. We won't see him. So keep that in mind. So, you know, everything else that happens beforehand is kind of a bit weird depending on how you look at it. You'll see what I mean once we get to it. But first, an empty meadow. Take a look? Sure. Ah, there you are. You silly old bear. With a poor, poor name. Like, I understand Pooh. It's supposed to be like... It's not that bad, but seriously, it's a poor last name. By the way, that is something I want to say real quick about Winnie the Pooh real quick. Why is it that everyone just refers to him as Pooh? I thought his first name would be Winnie. Like that's something that always confused me as a kid. Like, why does everyone refer to him by his last name?
What's wrong?
Nothing.
Why not his first?
Thinking.
Yeah, thinking.
Oh.
I was thinking of how to say goodbye to Pooh.
Pooh?
Well, you flushed it, but...
Wait a second. You're Pooh?
Well, he doesn't stink, but...
Yes, I'm Winnie the Pooh. Pooh for short. Who are you?
I'm sorry, I'm
I'm
not
Sora.
sorry for those.
Oh, hello, Sora. Have you come to say goodbye to Pooh too?
I just barely got here.
No. Why would I do that? We've only just met.
Yeah.
Because everyone's gone away.
Oh.
What do you mean?
Well, we all lived here in the 100 Acre Wood, and we'd take walks together, or play Pooh sticks.
Ew.
And every day, I'd eat some honey.
Yeah.
Well, just one small smackerel would taste very good right now.
Oh.
But now, everyone is gone. All my friends, and my favorite honey tree, too.
Well-
Everyone must have gone away while I was napping, I
Yeah.
think.
Well, don't worry. I've actually got all
So
your friends
who
here.
knows? Maybe I shall end up going away somewhere as well.
Jesus, that's
I wonder-
depressing.
How do I say goodbye to myself?
Ah,
Think.
that's depressing and scary at the same time.
Oh, my tumbly is getting rather rumbly.
100 Acre Woods. Welcome to the 100 Acre Woods, everyone. 100 acres of woods is very large. Let me tell you that much. Hold up, let me check something. Here we go. I was like wondering. Also, another thing about like the 100 Acre Woods in terms of a world is that while it doesn't have much to it, it has a good amount of good loots to it. Like, it has mini games you have to do, but it also has a lot of good amount of loots and treasures you can get. So, I'm not saying that's bad. I'm just saying, like, as an overall whole, you won't be doing combat at all in this game. Like, there's, it says hit, there's no attack. It's kind of funny because it says hit instead of attack now, because there's nothing really here to really attack. I will say, I was kind of a bit interested to think about that, as in Kingdom Hearts 3, like, oh, Winnie the Pooh's back. I was heck, look, by the way, real quick, I can't dodge roll. I'm pressing the square button, but I'm not dodge rolling, so, yeah, they're literally saying, like, oh, you can't fight in this world. Well, you know, you're not allowed to fight in this world because I guess you can't. Like, I understand, like, with Winnie the Pooh, he's a child book character who doesn't really get into trouble, and I know, I know that, and the next thing I'm gonna say sounds a bit weird coming from me, but I would have been interested to see if whether or not they bothered making the next time they put Winnie the Pooh, like in Kingdom Hearts 3 before his reveal trailer, if they made it more of a combat-orientated, like, thing. Like, they had, you know, Heartless come into this world or something. That kind of interests me, but understandably so, like, they didn't do that because, well, it's Winnie the Pooh. Of course they're not going to put, you know, a combat-orientated world in Winnie the Pooh since they did this in a row so far. Like, anytime Winnie the Pooh's in Kingdom Hearts so far, he's had his world, you know, damaged to a degree, but it's not like, oh, each time a Heartless come. It's just like, oh, the pages are missing and you have to collect them so far. It's happened in this game, it happens in the sequel, and that's about it, really. So, for now, I understand, like, oh, they really didn't want to do that, but it still makes me think. And by the way, there's also an animation someone did of that, like, oh, what would happen if Winnie the Pooh was back in Kingdom Hearts 3, and they showcased, like, Sora dealing with Heartless in that world. And, you know, it's funny, it's a funny animation because it showcases stuff, and it's supposed to be funny. But especially at the end where Eeyore gets possessed by Ansem, apparently. Oh, God. You'll see what I mean if you ever see it. You should definitely look it up. Oh, God. But, yeah, Winnie the Pooh, everyone. Like, I'm pretty sure I have to go back and forth. Like, I literally have to go, like, inside the world and then outside the world in order to, you know, what do you call it? Outside of the map, inside the map, in order to restore more pages. Or maybe not, I'm not sure. And at first I was a little bit worried because, you know, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spots at 7 spots that needed to be, that were blank here a second ago. And I was thinking, like, wait, do I need six pages? Because I only read there was 5, and I was like, oh no, hopefully, I was right, no, there is 5 pages only that I need to collect in general. So thankfully, I was right, and I can do this whole world in one go. If not, then this whole video will be either saved for later until then, but for now, I think I'm okay. Huh? Oh, there was a sound that was like da-da-da-da-da. Usually that signifies you did something. Have we met before? Welcome to the 100 Acre Woods. Nice to meet you, Owl. By the way, with the exception of Winnie the Pooh, most of the other residents of 100 Acre Woods have very basic names. This is Winnie the Pooh. He's a Pooh Bear. I'm not sure what a Pooh Bear is, but he's that, I guess. Most of the other residents in this place have basic names. Some of them are a little bit different, but most of them are kind of, you know, basic. If you have never seen Winnie the Pooh, you get the gist of it. Oh, by the way, I forgot, I was gonna say this actually, real quick, about the little naming thing. I'm just gonna call him Winnie from now on, because Pooh, considering of how I just handled, you know, Pooh saying a couple of things, yeah, I'm not mature enough to not, you know, not make those jokes. But I will say real quick, for anyone who's kind of a bit like, oh, come on, did you really have to go there with his naming scheme and all that? I just have to say one simple little thing. One simple thing. Okay, now I want you to listen real close. Get really close to the camera. Or at least really close to the screen so that way you can stare at Sora's face as I say this. I'm sorry that I'm not sorry. Okay? Good. Because I'm not apologizing for making those jokes, because not only are they too obvious, I'm not ashamed to say they're too obvious, but I really, really wanted to make them.
See ya.
They were right there. So I'm not sorry that I say that, okay? So I'm not apologizing for saying, like, you know, the obvious Pooh jokes here and there. So keep that in mind, I guess.
Fire.
Look, I'm not gonna, so that's what, but from now on, I will, you know, stop making those jokes, at least to a degree. So keep that in mind, I guess. Anything else? Okay, I'm just checking, like, is there anything else? No? Okay. Okay, well, I just have to go into the house now.
Oh, mother. There's no more honey left.
That's not too
If
bad.
only the honey tree would visit. Then I could eat my fill.
Oh, look, there, oh, there it is. Like, there's the thing I was, doing beforehand. Oh, there's the fruits of my labor, basically. Yeah, see, look. Like, there's the little, cabinet, there's the little, chimney thing up top, and I dislodged the item in it. So yeah, Winnie the Pooh's world is just basically a treasure trove, you know, a treasure chest sort of thing. So that's what you get. I will say, though, Winnie's whole little gimmick thing is just, like, simple fun and all this stuff, and honey. Oh yeah, that's another thing about, like, Winnie the Pooh real quick. a lot of his stuff is misspelled. So if you're a grammar Nazi or spelling Stalin, that's what I call it. Like, people have grammar Nazis. I call it spelling Stalins, or either that or spelling Soviets. No offense to the Soviet Union, but anyway. But if you don't really like that type of stuff, I kind of suggest not looking whenever Pooh talks with his subtitles, or looking in any direction whenever the stuff is like words are shown on screen, because a lot of them are misspelled. A lot of them. One last thing I do want to mention as I get this little item here. Yeah, there we go. Real quick. Winnie the Pooh and the rest of his friends are actually all stuffed animals. Which is kind of weird because the owl we just saw now is supposed to be a stuffed animal too. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 4. Okay, I'm kind of curious as to see whether or not that does anything. Okay. Like, I'm trying to think, like, whether or not this needs to do anything. Oh. Let me guess, you'd like to know what happens next. Unfortunately, some of the pages are missing, so I can't tell you yet. Pages are scattered over many worlds. Would you find them for us? Yeah, I will. Sure. Give me a second, man. I still need to do something. Let me see, actually, real quick. Do I need to ring this bell 4 times? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, maybe I don't. Okay, like, here it is. There we go. See? Owl. That's his literal name. And I'm not sure whether an owl is actually a stuffed animal either. I think he is. But most of the other characters in this whole world are stuffed animals. So, you know, there's that at least. I don't know. I just find that interesting that the whole world is animals, stuffed animals, and all that stuff. But it makes sense. The whole concept of Winnie the Pooh is actually based on the whole fact that all of this world is just some type of inner thoughts of a child who's written the book. Usually, it's like a person, like a child, actually going into his subconscious to do this whole thing, you know. Because like I said before, the titular character who's usually here, the human character who's usually here for this type of stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Stop.
Okay, never mind. Like, I don't know what to do with that. Anyway. Yeah, the titular character who's supposed to be here, the other human, his name's Christopher Robin. We're basically taking his spot in this world. Which feels a little bit like a Mary Sue moment. Like, oh hey, I have this character named Sora. Character named Sora, and I'm gonna inject him into the Winnie the Pooh book. But what about Christopher Robin? Let's not add him. I'm pretty sure, like, people will be fine with just Sora. Like, I understand Winnie the Pooh is the most important character, but, you know, still, it feels kind of odd not seeing Christopher Robin in any regards throughout this entire series. Because he doesn't appear from what I hear or see. Like, he's not in this game, he's not in the second game. I don't think he's in the third, from what I hear. So, you know, it feels weird. But, oh yeah, but real quick to explain, the reason why these two, you know, you unlock the meadow and then, Winnie's house, is just because, like, an introductional thing. Because the rest of the, pages now, the rest of the place now is now where the pages now come into play. Like, those two are just 2 free ones, like the meadow and, Winnie's tree. But everything else is just now based off of how many pages you've collected. So that's where the 5 come in. And that's why there was like 7 blank spots. Because like, I forgot about that and I was worried for a second. So, you know, I just wanted to point that out because some people will say like, oh, the reason for this is that. And I understand, that's the reason. But let's do another iconic scene from Winnie the Pooh. Oh, by the way, real quick on my history, I'll explain as soon as we do it, after
Is anyone there?
I do more. I'll get to it. Oh, Jesus, don't start on me, PS4. Oh, hey!
What am I to do? I'm all alone.
Oh, don't worry, you're not alone.
Pooh. Pooh, where are you? It's me, Piglet.
And there's Piglet, everyone. A small little pink pig thing. I will admit, that is kind of intimidating. But only if it's kind of weird. If you couldn't tell, Piglet's kind of the scared type. I will say he's very much cute. Piglet's one of the few things that I always thought was kind of like a weird, girlish character. Like, as a kid, I always thought it was weird that he sounded boyish, but everyone referred to him as a boy, so I thought, are we sure he's not a girl? But it turns out, yeah, he's a boy, and I'm just being stupid. But I'm okay with that. Also, Piglet's one of the few things I, like, as a kid, throughout adulthood, I was like, oh man, he's so adorable. Now, the thing about Piglet here is that he'll just run away into the bush without you seeing. The way to do this, though, is to go around him and to, you know, get into him. You know, get to him in order to trick him, you know, into trusting you, I guess. Because, you know, if a person who's coming at you from the front is not someone you can trust or, you know, be comfortable around, someone sneaking up behind you is certainly going to be much better, I guess. I don't know, it feels weird, but whatever. Also, real quick on my history with Winnie the Pooh, I did see that old animational movie that was that was based off of the book. By the way, Winnie the Pooh really started off as a book, but a lot of other people, I think, know him more through his Disney connectional stuff, which isn't bad, but you know, I'm just saying. I did watch the old animational cartoon movie with Winnie the Pooh. I also saw a couple of cartoons, animated series that were featured on Disney Channel at the time, including one with a pretty cool, like, theme song. Like, I really like it. It's like, Winnie the Pooh bear... Oh, now I can dodge roll. Now I can do it. What, is Piglet gonna offer a fight to where I need to dodge roll after him and block his attacks? Anyway, real quick. Like, the theme song went like, Winnie the Pooh bear, Winnie the Pooh bear, wherever you go, I'll want to be with you, Pooh bear, I need you, it's me and it's you, all one Winnie the Pooh, dun dun dun. It was like, it was rerun on Disney because I could tell it was older in animation, but it was in a decent series, I think, from what I remember. There was also another series I remember vaguely and very much, like, directly more of, because it was Winnie the Pooh. Okay, basically what happened was that in this particular series, they decided to go full puppets, not costumes, full, like, puppets, like Muppet sort of things, of the whole cast, and they did episodes around that type of little aspect, like, oh, Winnie the Pooh is a little puppet thing, and with backdrops and stuff like that. I vaguely remember that, because that was, like, a weird thing. It was, like... It was always weird to me, because it's like, huh, why are you making a series about the character that's sort of known for cartoons and making it into a puppet show sort of thing? But, whatever, it was interesting, and I do remember seeing a good amount of it. But that's about it, really. I don't remember what happens afterwards, like, what they do with the character later. Except for a couple of movies, like, I think it was like Tigger's family movie where they try to explore, you know, where the rest of Tigger's kind went, apparently, because that was something everyone was asking for. It's not a bad movie, it's just like, it kind of goes against one particular character trait, but we'll get to him when we get to him. So, that's my history with Winnie the Pooh, and I did have some books here and there with Winnie the Pooh in mind, by the way. I will say that much. And they weren't anything too great, but as a kid, I always thought they were, you know, extraordinary, which is, I guess, saying a little bit too much for the books, but, you know, it's still something I could take along with me besides my Game Boy. You know, take the books of Winnie the Pooh along with me, and, you know, have fun with them. So, I don't know, it just seems like something I thought was pretty good. Overall, though, I think Pooh himself is, you know, a decent character, nice character. Like, seriously, he really is, like, in my top 10, characters, like, childhood characters. Like, ever. Like, seriously, he's a part of that. Where exactly he fits on the top 10s of those, types of lists, I'm not sure. Maybe in the higher ranking, certainly above, you know, the top 5 parts, but that's a different story for another time. Let's actually talk to Piglet. Walk slowly and... Gotcha!
Oh dear, I was just, never mind. I'm sorry.
I could literally grab you by just your body, with my palms. You're
Don't
gonna
be
get...
scared. You're looking for Pooh, right?
Yes.
You know Pooh.
Well, yeah, we just met. Literally a few minutes ago.
Oh, you see, I have something for him. I have to take it to Pooh right away. Oh, Pooh!
There he is. I will say, Piglet, you're gonna get even smaller in the next game.
I believe I smell a delicious something.
But that's mainly due to Sora's height.
Something like honey.
Pooh!
Hello, Piglet. How have you been?
Oh, I'm so glad to see you. I thought you'd gone away.
No, he's still here.
You brought what you asked for.
Thank you, Piglet. Now I can finally have some honey.
How did you...
Really? But how?
I shall hold on to the balloon and fly like a bee up the honey tree, see?
Nice
If
rhyming.
you take their honey, won't the bees be angry?
Oh, they will. But don't worry, they'll die in one sting.
Oh,
Oh wait, no, these are hornet bees. Right. Right, that's the thing. And this is a child's cartoon, so no, that doesn't happen. Real quick, yeah, it turns out honeybees can't really... They only sting predators as a sort of last resort sort of thing. Because certain bees, you know, can actually die if they sting you. And no, I didn't just learn that from the Bee Movie. I had been taught that in school once. So keep that in mind. So, you know, certain bees can't really do that, but hornets, they can keep doing that. They can sting as much times as they want. And sometimes they just sting for fun. Seriously, one time, like, there was this hornet thing. It wasn't too big. It was like a little, like, harmless hornet, technically. And it was just flying around my face. And I tried not to move and ignore it and just shook my head a little bit here and there. You know, blowing at it, you know, to get it away. I moved away from where it was going, like it was going to some plants. And I thought, okay, finally. It came back and stung me in the back of my hand. The little fucker. And so I really wanted to smack it and kill it. But, like, my father just put, like, you know, dragged me away and said, like, it's not worth it. Don't do this. And it's like, oh, man. Like, I really hate hornets. Bees, I get confused whenever I see them. I understand hornets and bees look very much different, and you have to look at them and say, no, that's a hornet, that's a bee. And I know, I have to do that, but I get blinded by rage anytime I see a hornet. I think, okay, wait, is that a bee or a hornet? I don't care, I'm gonna freaking kill it. And so far, like, 99% of the time from what I can see, mostly the things that are near our house are hornets. They're not bees, they're hornets. So, I think I'm in the right for killing a good amount of the things I've killed. Like, seriously, they mainly look like hornets. I think the only time that I've killed anything that looked like a bee or hornet was this bumblebee, and I could definitely tell that was a bee. So, that's my bad. That's my bad for that one bumblebee I killed. But every other time, I've so far killed hornets only, so far. And no, I'm not sorry for killing hornets. They freaking deserve it. But yeah, let's deal with your bees. Let's help you out, Pooh Bear. Also, Piglet, real quick, how did you store a balloon on your person? Considering of how light you are, seriously, this guy gets blown by the wind and stays up in the air a good amount of time, especially in the sequel. So it's like, you think he would float away with just a balloon in his hand, but okay. If you could only chase those bees away, I'm quite certain I should get a small morsel of honey. Would you help me get some honey? I'm surprised it isn't spelled H-U-N-N-E. N-N-Y. Like, seriously. Sure, Pooh. Should I help Pooh get honey? Sure, why not? A bear's gotta eat, man. Aw, no. Oh yeah, right, exposition owl, right. Oh, hello there, Owl. Good day, Pooh. What are you doing? Using a balloon to get some honey? Splendid idea. Are you sure? Because, you know, I could just go to the store outside of my world and bring some honey back here, but okay. Although it does bring up the question, Pooh Bear, how do you feel anything? Because, like, considering you're made of felt or, you know, some type of cotton fabric, you'd think, you know, being stung wouldn't be that bad. Allow me to offer a few pointers. Okay. Basically, this is just explaining the minigame, so, you know. I know how it works, it's just gonna be, difficult. Oh, no. Like, the thing about, like, this whole minigame is it's based on your jumping, and the jumping in this game is not good. It's not great. So, you know, that's gonna be a whole problem in and of itself. Now, Pooh can get honey by floating up this tree with his balloon. The honey is inside the tree hollows, not the beehives you see there. Yeah, I really wish I could just go about and smack them down, but I understand, like, all the bees would be mad at me then. There's quite a lot of honey in these holes. If Pooh gets too close, the bees will come out and protect their honey. Then why aren't they coming out right now to attack you? Like, you're literally, like, a few inches from, like, the hole. You think they'd be like, oh no, there's an owl coming near our honey, attack! Anyway. Oh, there we go. Like, you see the bees? That indicates the bees over there on the right with the little dots moving about. If they get to Pooh, they'll pop his balloon. They get to Pooh, they pop his balloon. That almost rhymes. Lock onto the bees and swat them away. The more time Pooh has in each hollow, the more honey he can eat. There's more honey higher up, too. Now this is sort of a pass-fail sort of thing. Fail minigame. You don't need to get the best time for it, and you don't need to do the best ever thing ever, but you kind of, you know, want to do the better of, you know, the highest score you can for this. I don't think it's a one-time deal sort of thing, so, you know, you don't need to, like, be super paranoid and be worried about the score here and there. It depends on how competitive you are. If jumping from branch to branch proves difficult, try Rush command. Rush can help you catch up to Pooh quickly, but isn't fully reliable. Good luck. Yeah, that's the thing. What it means by the Rush command is that there will be a command that'll help you here in a second, so give me a second. Ah, Jesus. I told you the jumping in this game wasn't that great. The real trick here is to lock onto bees and make sure that they don't hit Pooh. And hit them as soon as they come up, so that way they can do that. Now this particular thing can be really simple if you really know how to do it. But if you mess up, you're gonna have to go all the way back down. So you know, it's sort of better to just keep your eyes out and try not to mess up too much. In fact, I almost messed up there. Ooh! Oh, that was way too close. Okay, good. I'm just looking off in the distance. It's pretty... I think that this would be pretty pretty. Like, as a little concept art. Just someone looking over onto the horizon. That's pretty fun. I think with the amount of honey you get with Pooh, it doesn't really matter, but I'm pretty sure, like, at certain, like, check marks, if he gets, like, 200 honey, 100 honey, different images pop up. Like, maybe he'll say, oh, I'm stuffed. Or if you don't get enough honey, he'll say, I would have liked a little bit more of smackerel of honey. Could we try again? And pop. Oof. And that's really what happens. Don't log on to Piglet, he's not the enemy. And this is kind of what I was talking about beforehand. With the whole jumping being your worst enemy here. Because by God is being like literally trying to jump kind of the worst thing in this game. But yeah, I think I'm okay for now. Like literally, I think I'm okay with where I am for Winnie the Pooh. At least in some regards, I'm okay with how I turned out. Because I've gotten at least more than 100, so that should keep Pooh happy at least. There we go. And yeah, there we go. Like usually images and screen stuff changes depending on how much honey you get. If you get enough, this is what happens.
What I will do for honey.
It is kind of funny and a bit extreme, but whatever. Torn paint turned into a new item. Nature Spark. Oh yeah, right. That's also another thing. For each page you do return, if you do something, I guess, you get newer items. You know, again, the reason why you would do mainly the 100 Acre Woods, besides more relaxing or a bit of a, you know, off time from the whole, you know, death and destruction from that the Kingdom Hearts or the super drama that happens. It's mainly because of the good items you get. And what this Nature Spark is, let me just go real quick. Okay. I will say, this does bring up a good point that really doesn't make sense to me now. Real quick, like, the second game, from what I remember, is that you actually have to exit out of the book and then enter it back in order for the pages to, you know, continuously be restored. Which is kind of weird. It's like, I understand because of the cutscenes that happened for that game, but it's like, couldn't you have done it for this game too? Like, just let the pages restore all spots, even in a specific order as soon as you leave, because you have to leave the book entirely in order to restore most of the pages. It's kind of dumb, but whatever. Real quick, another thing. Yeah, here we go. And bibbidi bobbidi boo, and I got Bambi! You know what I kind of wish they did? Is that they brought Bambi back, but have him in his grown-up antler form, like his full deer form, and he helps you again. And maybe in different ways. It'd be pretty cool to actually see him return, because this is kind of the only appearance I can tell of Bambi coming back entirely, like in general. I'm not sure whether or not in any other game he might have appeared in, maybe in one of the spin-offs. I don't remember, but I remember that he doesn't really appear as a summon ever again in any of the other games, which is kind of a shame, because it's like, it would have been cool, like, if in this game he was just in his kid form, which he is, like, in his young deer form, but in, like, Kingdom Hearts 2 or maybe 3, he appears in his adult antler form, helping you out again. That'd be pretty cool. From what I can tell, no, they didn't bring him back, so that's kind of a shame. So, you know, there's that. 135 licks. Remember, how many licks does it take to get the center of a honey pot? The world will never know. For Winnie the Pooh, it's never enough. So, you know, there you go. Okay, let's go to this place. Broad expanse of vegetable fields, take a look. Yeah. Did it say, you know, did it say, yeah, with bees. Okay, right. Okay, there's a description for each one, but I forgot to read the first one. Anyway, yeah, let's go to this place. I know where this place is. This is Rabbit's house. Yes, that's his name. You'll see in a second. You'll see what I mean in just a second. I don't think the particular minigame I'm thinking of is in this game. I forget what you do at Rabbit's house, really. Honestly, I forget. First... By the way, when I said, like, most of the, world had a grammatical error sort of thing to it, like as an aesthetic. Yeah, I'm not wrong. And I understand this is supposed to be what it's supposed to be because it's, you know, a child writing the book / it's supposed to just, like, you know, be them sort of talking. Like, they're not the smartest, but they're, like, the characters in Winnie the Pooh aren't the smartest, but they're not dumb. They're just, you know, a little bit uneducated, I guess? I don't know. And I understand it's supposed to be written, like, as if it's a child, too. I understand, but, you know, I'm just saying, it kind of makes... You know, just in case if anyone was offended or just didn't like the whole grammatical errors, just know that that's the case. And yes, I am plucking out everything here just because I want to. I think there might be something here. But I just really want to do this because, well, duh, I want to. I will say, they didn't have to do this in the first game. Like, they didn't have to make this, you know, an actual feature. And you know what? Like, there we go. There was something. I was thinking, like, oh, maybe not. Yeah, there was something. But anyway, like, they didn't have to make this a feature at all in the game. But you know what? I appreciate it because it's funny. It's like, you know, you could spend your time doing this or actually playing the minigames. I spend my time doing this. Oh, man. It's really funny to me, honestly. Okay, real quick. You know, while talking to pass the time. Can anyone guess what this field is called? Because, like, there's a sign right there, and I'm not showing the name just yet. Take your guesses as to how pumpkin is spelled. I'm saying it might be just pumpkin, like with a C. So, you know, there's my guess. Okay, are we ready to see what this looks like? And... Pumpkins. Punkskin. Pumpkins. Yeah, you know, like punks. Wait, okay, I didn't see it. Okay, how do you think carrot is spelled? Go ahead and take a guess. I'm betting there's a K in there somewhere. And it's carrots. That almost looks like Kermit, and that's understandable, but still. But I knew there was gonna be a C in there somewhere. I just didn't expect it to be, like, all of that to be spelled that way. Let's see, what's it say? Letter inside. I hope we'll find more honey together soon. And there's Rabbit. So, you know, I wasn't wrong when I said this is Rabbit's house. Okay. Like, I'm trying to think, is there anything I can do with these clothes? Because, like, I'm locking onto them somewhat. Anything else? Again, I can't dodge roll or block. Like sometimes it's random depending on what the situation is as to whether or not it lets you roll or block, I guess. But it's not supposed to be a combat challenge world, so I understand that. Look, Rabbit's house came back, but it looks like Rabbit isn't home. Pooh's been calling and calling, but the house says no one's there. Nice spelling of house, by the way. It looks like Bowser, except Hauser. Anyway. Yeah, sure. Nobody's home. That's right, nobody. Was this the inspiration for Kingdom Hearts 2? And everything else to follow? Because if that's the case, I blame Rabbit for all of this. Oh boy. Anyway, real quick. Yeah, when I said they're not the brightest bulbs in the shed... I'm just kidding. When I said that the characters in this story aren't really all that bright, I wasn't lying. But I'm not... Like, I was hoping I would be proven wrong when I said that, but guys, come on, you're not helping your case here. And I understand they're supposed to be kids, sort of thing, like the mentality of a kid with the voice of an adult, which is a pretty talented voice actor, by the way. Winnie the Pooh's voice actor, I forget what his name is, but he does a good amount of other characters throughout this entire, like, series, especially in this video game itself. He's got very good range. I'm not gonna deny he doesn't have good range. He has really good range. So there we go. Who is this person named Nobody? Well, technically it's everybody. It's just something that happens to everybody. Nobody, have you seen Rabbit? Pooh Bear, you shouldn't go through Rabbit's hole just because, like, you have a hunch. Like, I understand you're kind of worried for him, but, you know, I would ask first. Oh, by the way, real quick, it's really weird because Rabbit's house has two entranceways. One is that place, and the other is this front door. It's kind of weird because he has two entrance places. One in the front of this house and one in the back, and both of them are entrances that you can get through. I don't know. It feels weird, but yeah. Hello, Rabbit. Why, Pooh, what a pleasant surprise. Nice to see you too, Piglet, and, sorry, I just came in through the front. Is this a new friend? Well, yeah, technically. I'm Christopher Robin's replacement character. My name is Sora. Pooh, I'm sorry, but, I'm all out of honey at the moment. I'm really... Oh, wait, hold on, let me see. Sora, do you smell honey? Not really. I can't smell anything. So Rabbit came back too, but someone's still missing. Some places in Hundred Acre Woods are gone too. What to do? I've got nothing to give, Pooh. Don't waste your time looking. I really am sorry for this, Rabbit. Like I really feel bad for Rabbit to a degree. It's like, Pooh, you really eat Rabbit out of house and home for honey. But to be fair, I'm not sure what all this honey is for, honestly. So, you know, to some degree, I'm sorry for this, Rabbit. But to some degree, I'm not... Like, I am sorry. It's just that, like, I gotta do this, though. Honey? Now, how did that get up there? Yeah, sorry about this, man. I apologize. Would you like some, Pooh? Don't feel you have to, of course. Oh, thank you, Rabbit. I would like just a small smackerel of... I'm quite hungry. You're always hungry. You're basically the anime trope of, you know, the gluttonous protagonist, except... Actually, I think they might have taken it from you. No, I'm pretty sure it might have been older. I'm not sure where that comes from, but it's from somewhere. But Winnie the Pooh, the first... what do you call it? Anime protagonist, who was a glutton. Oh, Pooh. You're not eating the whole pot, are you? Yes, he is. You know him by now, Rabbit. You should know he will eat the whole pot. Which, by the way, I don't get why all of these are still images. Like, they've shown that they could at least do small animational stuff. But, okay. Once you start, there's no stopping you, is there? No, there is not. He's a vicious bear when it comes to honey. He ravages all honey pots. Like, see, they could have just played that loop of him literally just eating the honey while that text was going on. I kind of don't get why they just, you know, didn't do that. But, okay. Out of honey again. Sorry. Sorry, man. I really do apologize for this, man. I feel bad. I'm glad to have found both Rabbit and some honey. It's a good day for you, I guess. Piglet, do you have anything to add? So Rabbit came back too, but someone's still missing. So, same thing before. Let's go outside. Let's see whether or not anything happens here. Do I go back in? Nope. I'm pretty sure there's a specific thing I have to do in order to activate this thing. Maybe I have to go into the back? Okay, nope. I'm trying to think. Okay, I'm pretty sure there's something I can do. Pooh? Okay, what do I do? Out of honey again, Okay, I'm a little bit, Okay, maybe I have to leave, and then come back? Huh. Okay, there we go. Like, I was, like, wondering. Like, Sora, please help. What happened? Can anyone... If you know Winnie the Pooh, you know exactly what happened. But, real quick, let me just showcase this. There it is. Okay, so you had to go out, because I was thinking, like, there was no way I had to, you know, I was doing all I could, so, you know. All of this because he can't stop liking honey so much. If Pooh doesn't slim down, my house will stay plugged up forever. If only there were something we could do. Why couldn't you guys have told him to come out through the front door? Why does he insist going through the back if he's, like, big? Plus, Pooh, this has happened to you enough times that you really should, like, just go through the front door. But, whatever. It's an iconic scene we have to do again. Oh yeah, by the way, yeah. All these things that we're doing, they're technically iconic scenes that Pooh's been through before, either in his book or in some of the movies, animational stuff he's done. So, yeah, we're recreating some of those. What to do? I think I know what to do. Hold it. Okay. Oh, help and bother. I'm stuck here. I'm stuck again. I came in through this hole, so it must have shrunk. No, you just got really big. Like, seriously, look at the size of you. You've literally grown like a full, like what, 30, 50%? Okay, any suggestions? Huh. Okay, maybe I have to come outside to help him. Because, like, this is a weird thing. Like, we can see his butt and his front half through both sides. Yet, like, I'm not sure how small the gap is between, like, going inside the rabbit thing / going out. So, I'm not sure how long it is because, like, I don't know. It feels like as if he's kind of stretched a bit, but, I could be wrong. Oh... How will I eat honey if I'm stuck here? When it's lunchtime, perhaps you could bring me a honey jar? Okay, first of all, you don't need more honey. No honey till you're unstuck. Exactly. If Pooh doesn't slim down, my house will stay... Yeah, I know. If only it was something we could do. Wait, I know. A bit of carrot juice will do the trick. I have carrot patch on the other side of the stream. Carrot top juice is just the trick to slimming down Pooh. Oh, no. Oh wait, maybe it is in this game, actually. I think. Maybe it's in this game? I forget how this works. Oh. Jesus, Tigger! He literally broke the bridge!
Hey there! Name's Tigger! T-I-double-G-R. That spells Tigger!
Well,
Well,
actually...
now, I don't think I've ever seen you before.
No, you haven't.
Hello, Tigger. You've just bounced my new friend, Sora.
Oh, great, I've been bounced.
Hey, Pooh. Say, you're looking mighty uncomfy today. Is that some new exercise? Why, bouncing around is a lot more fun.
Well...
Well, why do you bounce around so much, Tigger?
Yeah, there's a spring in his tail. And there's a song to it.
Because bouncing's what Tiggers do best. Speaking of which, my bouncing spot has gone and disappeared. So for now, this will be my new bouncing ground.
Oh, Jesus. There's a song to what Tigger sings, but I forgot how it goes. At least fully. It's something like, bounce are made of rubber, the tails are made of the spring. The bouncy, 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 fun, 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 fun. The wonderful thing about Tiggers is that I'm the only one. There we go. That's part of the song that it goes. And that's also why, like I was saying before, why there was a movie based on his kind, sorta. Because it was like a part of the song that goes like, the wonderful thing about Tiggers is that I'm the only one. And then he goes into an existential crisis and realizes, oh, he is the only one. And he wonders if there's any more. Which, I guess, sort of makes sense. Like, I'm not saying it's a bad movie. I watched it as a kid, / I rewatched it as an adult. I think it's a fine movie for kids to watch or anyone to watch, so, you know, there you go, I guess. Like, I don't know. It just feels kind of weird that they asked this existential question of Tigger of all characters. But anyway, Tigger's bouncing all over will ruin my garden or vegetables. And if we don't give Pooh some carrot juice, he'll be stuck forever. Please help me keep Tigger away from my carrots. That's quite a fix, but I have just a solution. Pay attention now. Oh, for Pete. Okay, fine. I was thinking, like, where'd you come from? Sora, you'll have to protect the okay. I could have sworn this was in the other game, but okay. I'm thinking of a different... Never mind, I'm thinking of a different mini game. If Tigger bounces on the carrot twice, it'll be Barry. Once... do you really need to... Okay. Twice. Did you really need to demonstrate that? Now we're down a carrot. Okay. By the way, no, you're not really down a carrot. This is just an example sort of thing. It's just showing. It's not really buried, so you don't have to worry about that. Just like that. Protect the carrots from Tigger's bouncing. You'll receive points. How, you ask? It's elementary, dear Watson. Simply get to the carrots before Tigger lands on them. There are 15 carrots here. Your score depends on how many you save and how many times you block Tigger. Oh, one more thing. Yeah, I know there's a rush command sort of thing. Right? The rush command is the key to high score. Really? Select rush while near a carrot that isn't buried. You'll dash to the target area before Tigger lands. Good luck. Yeah, I will say this is more of a sporadic thing where I'm not the best at, but hopefully I'm doing decent at, I guess. I don't know. Okay, wait. Hold up. Okay, stop it. Okay. Okay, first of all. What? Okay, I'm kind of terrible at this. I'm usually better at this, but I don't remember how this whole thing works. Well, great. 7 times block, I saved 10 carrots. 70.
How about those bounce-a-roonies? Well, they were good even for a Tigger.
Yeah, sure. You only got lucky because I forgot how this whole thing works. Like, seriously, it tells me to use the rush command and nothing happens. Okay, well, I lost 5 carrots, whatever. I better make that carrot juice. I'll get the carrots, so please wait inside. Oh, by the way, all of that was kind of pointless because guess what? In order to actually dislodge Pooh, you don't do the thing you do. You'll see what I mean. Just push him out. Just a little push should do. Okay, so you gave him the carrot juice, I think, and you just had to push him out. We could have done that beforehand, but we decided to do the whole, oh, let's charge right in. I'm kind of glad Sora decided, to do a football charge into Pooh Bear's butt. Because, that seemed like a great idea. First my vegetable patch, and now this. Well, they seem like semi-empty pots, so...
Oh, where am I? It's ever so dark in here. Well, it isn't so bad, I suppose. There is plenty of honey.
Okay, well, I can understand the vegetables and the other stuff, but I thought those were empty pots. Torn paints are an item. Mithril shard. A lot of material items. Unfortunately, none of them I can use at the moment. Did this came back? Okay, yeah, that's the newer spot, okay. So far, it's not looking too bad for Winnie the Pooh. He seems to be having fun. And I will admit, to some degree, I'm kind of having fun. A swing hangs from a stout tree. Take a look? Yes. Might as well. I'm gonna try to do this whole world in one go, but it's already coming to an hour, and that's mainly due to my talking. So, hopefully I can showcase more. Look, Pooh, something is floating this way. Huh, I think you're right, Piglet. What could it be? I think I know what it is. Here it is. Hey look, it's Eeyore. Hello Eeyore, if it is you. I'm kind of worried that Eeyore's face is underwater. Like, head... Put your head up a little higher, you depressed mule. Or is it depressed donkey? Yeah, I think he's a donkey. Come on, put your head up. Okay, there we go, good. Like, I was worried. Anyway. Hello, Pooh. Yes, it's me. Could you pull me out? Could you pull me out? That is, if it's not too much trouble. Of course, you don't have to if you don't want to. Don't worry, Eeyore, I got you. Eeyore is basically the representation of certain people I know on the internet. Literally depressed and not willing to bother people, even though there's, like, good people around them. Where are you? Here we go. There we go. I'm pretty sure you wouldn't weigh much either, Eeyore, because you're made of fluff. I'm pretty sure all of you are stuffed animals, so you wouldn't weigh that much. So, you know, that's fine. Man, thank you, Pooh. Thank you, other you. I'm Sora. You know, floating along out there, it seemed like something that was missing. And something's still missing. Why, Eeyore's tail is gone. Oh, so that's what's missing. Yeah, there we go. Yep, your butt's missing. Is that what's missing? Let's see. Yep, lost it again. Wonder where it went this time. It's so not much of a tail, though. I'm sort of attached to it. Though I'm sort of yeah, you are. But I don't know why anybody looked for it. Probably won't find it anyway. I wasn't kidding when I said this donkey or Eeyore was, you know, depressed. He really, really is. Anyway. Sora, why don't we all look for Eeyore's tail? Lost something? Yeah. And here he is. I was like wondering when you were coming. Searching for a high place is the quickest way to find it. Owl, can you fly up high and help us find Eeyore's tail? Sorry, but my eyes aren't what they used to be. Too much reading, you know? But I can offer good advice. Of course, you don't have to if you don't want to. Okay, that was Eeyore. I was like wondering. Why was Owl saying that? See the swing up there? Take Pooh there. You're a bit too big for the swing, but Pooh should fit nicely. I'll tell you more when you get there. Okay. Real quick. Let's all look very hard to help our friend Eeyore. Yeah. Like I said before, Eeyore is the type of character where he's literally the most depressed thing ever. And he'll just, what do you call it? Basically do... well, he won't do... He'll say a lot of stuff that'll very much be like, oh no, you don't have to bother if you don't want to. You know, that type of stuff. I feel kind of similar to that in certain aspects, and I can understand it. But at the same time, I'm like, Eeyore, I really wish there was more I could do to help you. And mainly, I know a few Eeyores in my life that could help, that you know, could have more help in their life. Oh dear, where could it be? It's somewhere. Hold it. Okay, here we go. In order to get, you know, Pooh Bear to actually follow you, you have to have him locked onto you. I'm pretty sure Owl explains this, right? Yeah. He'll start following you as soon as you target him. Might as well. There we go. You don't have to do this, like have him eat honey, but I guess it'll give you stuff, I think, maybe? Or maybe it'll make him way heavier for what's gonna happen next. Okay, good, you're done. Like, I'm pretty sure you don't need him to do this, but I think this is important to do. I know, I could be wrong. Okay, good luck eating that. Anyway. I think there might be a chest around here. Like, hold on, let me check. No. I don't think so. Oh, hey, Tigger, how you doing? My bouncing spots got lost, just like Eeyore's tail. Well, okay, thanks for that input. I'm not saying, like, I was expecting much. I was just kind of expecting a little bit more. But, okay, thanks, Tigger. Gosh dang it, Pooh. We just finished eating from that spot. I'm guessing he goes back and forth. Okay, well, this next one, I think, might give me something, I think. Come on, man. Come on. Come on, little guy. Come on. I will say, this is kind of a cute mechanic where he just follows you. That's pretty nice. Come on, I got another pot of honey for you. Or, there's just a pot of honey here. I have no idea why there's just another pot of honey here. I don't know. But, okay. I think this does something, like, you know, having Pooh eat honey. Either it makes him heavier or it does something. Especially for the minigame up ahead, you'll see what I mean. But first, let's just get you out of the way, Pooh. Or let's just get you up there. You almost done? Okay, there we go. I was like, I wanted the overhead slash thing. It definitely looks like I'm gonna hit him if I do that. Oh, someone should screenshot me almost hitting him, like literally, like the split second happens like that with Pooh Bear right there, because that I could definitely send that to someone and make them go like, oh no, like that type of thing. Because, like, I know someone who really, really, really likes Winnie the Pooh. Like, or at least respects him enough and says, like, oh, it was a part of my childhood. I definitely love him for that. And I can respect Pooh, too. It's just that, you know, I'm willing to make fun of him. I'm willing to make fun of the things I love because I enjoy them, I can see their flaws, and I can say, well, they can improve in this, or they're just perfect the way they are, so I don't need to improve them. But I will make fun of them and all that other stuff, you know? So I'm not saying, like, Pooh Bear is also not exempt from that list. I will make fun of him at times. And make fun of anything I really like, actually. So, you know, keep that in mind. Just like Kingdom Hearts, I'll make fun of that, too. Here's what to do. First, get ready to push. How? Like this. Like this. Now press to give Pooh a push. How's this? Not bad, not bad. Next step. Press before he swings back to the bottom. If you time it right, Pooh will swing higher. Try it. Press things when I spread my wings. Push too soon, Pooh won't go any higher. Push too late, he'll go too high. Yeah, I know. Repeat. Repete. Use your blinker. And... Dope! Hey, look, on the first try. Hey, look, I got it on the first try. I knew, like, having him eat the honey would have done something. Because, like, if you don't have him eat the honey, he'll fly off way too far. And he'll just crash into, like, literally everything. He'll actually go so far, he'll go off the map, and he'll be like, look at that in the distance. It's pretty funny. But, I knew, like, if you do this, like, have him eat honey, you'll just get this cutscene off the bat. And this is another minigame. It's just a swinging minigame, so there you go. Or a launching minigame. That looks familiar. Yeah, it's your tail, man. So, yeah, Eeyore's thing is that he's depressed. He also has a straw or stick house that he builds sometimes. And also he has a tail that's just, you know, a pin-up tail that sticks to his butt. Which is kind of weird, because it's like, it's a nail that's stuck through his tail and through his butt. It's like, you'd think they'd give, like, a bobby pin or something. I don't know. It seems a little bit aggressive compared to everything else in this world, but whatever. How's it looking? Sora, I think you're... Okay, Sora, I think you were a little too close for comfort there, but okay. Like, seriously, he was really, really almost clipping into the model of Eeyore there for a second. There we go. It's not much of a tail, but it's mine. Just like the military. This is my rifle, this is my gun. One is for shooting, one is for fun. No, but literally it's like, this is my rifle. There's many like it, but this one's mine. Thanks, everyone. Yeah, like, I kind of feel like as if it's a weird little compliment here, because it's like, you broke his house in order to find his tail, so it's kind of weird. I wish we could put the 100 Acre Woods back together the way it was, too. Well, don't worry. I've only got like 2 more pages before everything's back to normal, so you guys don't have to worry too much. Thanks for the input there, Owl. The turn to a new item. Attain power of time. Stopra. Stopra. Yeah. 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 This was also another reason why I wanted to go into this world, because, for Pete's sakes, look at this. Look at this spell. Prevents targets from taking action for a limited time. Wide area of effect. Now this is a cool spell, and I'm glad it's upgraded now. Oh man, it's so good. But yeah, I also did this because I wanted to upgrade my magic, I guess, a bit. Because like, I think gravity might be able to be upgraded, but Stopra definitely can only be upgraded through here. And I did this the first time and saved Winnie the Pooh's thing for later. And I didn't realize, oh, Stopra was going to be upgraded, or Stop was going to be upgraded to Stopra here. So it was like, oh, I spent way too much time, you know, with a weaker stop spell that I should have just gone to Winnie the Pooh first to upgrade it. Especially for what's going to happen way later on. So, you know, it's something that I needed to have done beforehand, but I'm kind of glad I did it now. So, you know, there you go. For now, though, we're just going to do another mini-game. Well, sort of. It's a collection of smaller mini-games that really aren't mini-games, sort of. I don't know, depends on how you look at them. But, yep, this is Tigger's stomping grounds, or at least that's what he says. This is my bouncing spot, right. We can bounce around here all day. Nothing beats bouncing. You want to bounce too, Sora? It's a lot of fun. They stop as soon as I say no. Real quick. Block Tigger. Pooh swing. I really gotta get, like, better at Tigger bounce, maybe. Anyway, like, there's different cutscenes that happen anytime you play some of these minigames. Some of them are better than others, so, you know. I mean, what I mean by that is, like, if you do better in some minigames, some of them happen while some don't. So it's a little bit here and there depending on who you ask, but, like, I'm okay with how I ended up with the other minigames, so I'm not gonna complain too much. There's Tigger, or Tiger, but with 2 G's, Rabbit, and Eeyore. Tigger, Rabbit, and Eeyore really are the only ones I can think, well, besides him and 2 other ones, are the ones with the more, well, technically original names. Even though Eeyore is kind of like the whole ee-haw sort of thing a donkey makes. You know, the sound a donkey makes, and Tigger just has an extra G. Winnie and a couple of other ones have original names, but all the rest of them aren't the most original names, but they're fine. I'm not saying that as a bad thing, I'm just saying, like, their names are kind of like a basic sort of idea of, like, what a child would name certain things, like, oh, Piglet, Tiger, except with 2 G's, and it says Tigger. Or maybe a kid looks at Tiger the first time and says, like, Tigger. So, you know, there you go. Also, Eeyore, you know, all that other stuff. Real quick, to explain who this character is for some reason, they don't, like, put it in the journal as soon as you meet him. This is Roo. He's a kangaroo who looks up to Tigger and likes bouncing too. He has a mother, and I think she's in this game, I think. It's Kanga and Roo. This kid's named Roo, and his mother's name's Kanga. Yes, Kangaroo, that's how it goes. Man. Like I said before, the naming convention isn't, Shakespearean, but it's serviceable, and it's pretty nice. So anyway, let's see. Nothing beats bouncing, yeah. Let's do the bouncing, whatever. Okay, yeah, sure, whatever. But Owl, you don't bounce around like we do. Oh yeah, he was saying like, oh, you need to give 5 pointers. Okay. I'm afraid you're right. I can't master everything, I suppose. Well, thanks. Thanks for your input, Owl. Bounce this way, please. Okay, this one I think is a memory game sort of thing. I think. Let's see. Watch Tigger's bounce pattern, follow the lead. Okay, here's a little warm-up. 1. Okay. Kinda simple. I don't know why you can't jump as high as you usually can, but I guess it's more of a challenge. I don't know. Now it gets tricky. Okay. Go around. Okay, at the okay, go around this little triangle area once, and then go around. Go back before you go into the spot. Oh, okay. Okay, and the camera angles for whenever they bounce aren't the best, but you get a gist of how to do it. So at least that's alright that they do this. Like, I really wish they could zoom out a bit and, you know, focus on areas so that way you can see them, but I understand why they do it this way. Maybe it's just because they couldn't, you know, figure this out first. Okay, this is the last one. Okay. Okay. Okay, jump. Jump down. Jump from there, jump down, jump down. And just jump from there, okay. Rue is pretty strong if he's able to lift, or literally able to make Sora jump up that high from, you know, the seesaw. And to some degree, I understand maybe the tool is helping him, but still, it's a pretty, like, Sora's pretty heavy compared to Rue, so, you know, that's pretty interesting. You've gotten mighty good at bouncing, Sora. I would be more if I was allowed to use my high jump, but okay. Right, Rue? Right, Rue? Hey, Tigger, I think he's ready for the big one. Well, there's only one way to find out. I don't know why you need to talk to Rue to do this, since, you know, I think it would have been just fine if you triggered it itself, but whatever. Whack the nuts back at the pot to shatter it. Okay. Oh yeah, right. I can't allow myself to fall off the pot. Like, I can't get off this area for some reason. I don't know why, but I have to make sure I don't do that. Now, I'm not sure where these nuts are coming from, but Tigger's throwing them, I think. I think they have to be 20. Certain nuts give 1 of these things, like it give me a score of 1. Certain other nuts give me 3. I'm not sure how to tell which is which. Like, which nuts are 5, which nuts are 3, which nuts give me more, stuff like that. I think it's random. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, I think it is random, but something like that happens. Here we go. But that's the main reason why you would want to break open the pot. Mainly because of that. Hold it. There we go. Thank you. Give me a second. Okay, let me get this. And also, I understand why Owl came down to try and give you advice, because that's what he's been doing the entire game, or at least the entire time you've been in the 100 Acre Woods. And it's supposed to be like the subversion joke thing. It's like, oh hey, I'm gonna teach you how to bounce, but you can't bounce, rabbit. Or no, not rabbit, like Owl. And so like, Oh, yeah, you're right. I can't do that here. Like, I understand that's the joke, but still. You know, it's still something I do want to mention. Also, real quick. There we go. A rare nut. Those things are scattered throughout this small area, and if you collect them, you have to bring them back to Owl, because... Ah, splendid. Here's something in return. Power up. I think he says it, right? Would you be so kind to collect a few more nuts for me? I understand, like, he's just eating these nuts, so it's kind of weird, but, you know, it's still kind of odd, but whatever. I think that's it for now. I think that's it, right? So good at Wow, Sora, you're so good at everything. Sort of. I'm good at a good amount of stuff, but apparently Sora isn't the brightest bulb in the shed, apparently. Like, I'm being serious in that front, because apparently, like, I kind of noticed it, but for some reason, they kind of made Sora a little bit less smart throughout the entire series a little bit. It's kind of weird, but whatever. Let's try the seesaw. Yeah, I know. Okay, I was, like, wondering, how do I get you to the seesaw? Alright, let's see. This tree doesn't have honey, I see. Yeah, it's a slide. Or it's supposed to, like, be an entranceway. You'll see as soon as I get there, Sora. Or Pooh. Who will your seesaw partner be? Tigger. For now. Tigger also kind of makes no sense why he's able to launch me this far. But at the same time, I'm okay with it because he's bigger, at least, so it makes some sense. Nothing over here. Just double checking. Okay. And, whew! Thank you. Thank you. Do you have anything to say? Yeah, okay. Just double checking. But, yeah, if you talk to Roo or Tigger or have either one bounce you, they launch you in different spots. Such as this. Look, if I do Roo, I get bounced up here. And then I'm able to get these. Well, I'm able to get one of these. Because apparently I can only carry one nut at a time. So I have to go back to Owl, and I have to continuously do this. Like, I have to go back to Owl in order to drop off one of my nuts. So that way I can collect the other one. I don't know why they don't allow you to collect all of them. I can understand, like, oh, you have to do this cutscene each time. But, you know, you could just have them, allow them to be collected, and then you could go through this little, like, animation multiple times, you know? But I can understand to some degree why they do this. Even though it doesn't make sense fully to me. I don't know. Again, they were finding their footsteps, so I understand, like, oh, hey, they're not going to be able to get everything right the first time around, so... it's kind of a shame, but whatever. Oh, right. I think I know what to do. First... Oh, hey, Piglet, how you doing? I wonder what this is. It's a water jet. It's a water siphon. Or for some reason this happens to it, I guess. I don't know. Piglet, now you see what it is. It's a water fountain thingy that comes up anytime someone presses down on a log. I'm not sure why it does this, but it does this. There we go. I was like wondering, how do I get to that? Okay, I can combat roll in this game. Or in this area, I guess. Sorry for being so close, Owl. Thank you. See, look, that's a good amount of, like, stuff you can get from, Okay, like, I was, like, wondering, are you gonna help me out here? I need to get one more nut. I think there's one more. I think there's only 5 in this entire area, I think. Okay, there we go. I was thinking, like, how do I get that one? It's not letting me... Okay, I think that's all of the nuts in this area. I think? I'm assuming. Let me ask. Here's something where... Oh, okay. Look, all these nuts. We couldn't have done it without you. Yeah, okay, yeah. That's all of the nuts I got. So, yep, I did it. And yes, if you do get all of them, he gives you... What was it? Oh, right, stock. He gives you another Oricorium, which is a very rare element that you're gonna need for something, so... You know, it's pretty cool that he gives you that, so... Okay, that's good. I don't think there's anything else here. I collected all that I could. I believe so. So I think I'm done, at least for this area. There's one more thing I need to do, but first I have to go to the bathroom. So you're gonna see a cut here. So give me a minute, okay? Sorry, that took a little bit while more than I expected. Mainly because I took some time to actually eat after I went to the bathroom. So I was expecting to go back, but then I was craving cereal, and then I went to get cereal, and the rest is history. The rest is history. Let's get going, actually. I think that's literally all I can do in this particular area. Real quick. Okay, there we go. Jesus. Ah, here it is. Like, I think this is the last place, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Real quick. A lot of good materia right here. Hold up. Use it on me. If you thought I was going to use it on Donald, Goofy, or anyone else, you really are crazy. But anyway, like I said before in the first episode, never waste any of this stuff on Donald and Goofy. It's literally kind of up to you at this point to really be able to defeat things. Donald and Goofy, the only things you have to worry about are their HP and defense. Like literally, just so they can keep alive long enough to distract a lot of enemies in this game. In the second game, though, they become really important for you to keep alive. Because of something else. That's really the important thing for them. It's like, in this game, they're useful in their own ways. It's just that they're not as useful as they would be, like, later on. I will admit, like, there's one stigma I really want to talk about with Donald. It's the fact that Donald, in a lot of Kingdom Hearts fans' mind, or at least jokingly / very seriously, a lot of people don't like Donald as a companion because he doesn't heal them enough. He doesn't do all this stuff. He wastes some of his magic. You can go into his settings and fix some of the magical spells and casting stuff in, like, the second game. In the third game, it's a little bit... In the first game, it's a little bit harder to make sure Donald doesn't do certain spells here and there. But at least there's certain little things that you can do to help mitigate this. Not completely, but at least somewhat. So keep that in mind, I guess. If you want, like, for controlling Donald a bit. I don't think he's the worst companion I've ever seen, nor the worst AI companion I've ever had the displeasure of playing with. So, like, I don't think Donald's a bad companion character. It's just I can understand if people complained about it in this game. In the second game, I think they remedied it just a little bit, because they still didn't fix it, because they didn't give Donald... Actually, weirdly enough, they didn't give Donald much in this game compared to the sequel game. Because, like, in the sequel game, he doesn't have any abilities that keep him from dying in one hit sort of thing. Goofy gets one, but for some reason, it's like, oh, Donald doesn't get this ability at all? It's like, what kind of BS is that? Like, why does he not get this? The Winding Muddy Path, take a look. A windy, muddy path, okay. This one's kind of interesting of a mini-game. It's kind of weird, but it's interesting. Okay, I'm just following him, okay. Oh, you're following footprints. What are you doing, Pooh? He's following the footprints. Shh, quiet, or they'll get away. Who? The people who took everyone away. See their footprints? We're all sticking together to make sure no one got lost again. But then I saw some footprints that I needed following, so I did. Suddenly, everyone was gone. Bad people must have taken them away. They're just over on the horizon, Pooh. Actually, I think these footprints are, Anyway, I'll help you look for your friends. Come on, Pooh. The Pooh. Billy, silly Billy, old bear, stuffed with fluff. He's Winnie the Pooh. Winnie the Pooh. Billy, 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 silly old bear. Flowers. Get Pooh to see them. Okay. Could you focus on the bear? Okay, I think I can press something in order to go in certain directions. Okay, I was like wondering. Oh, here we go. Here's Eeyore, at least. Hey, Eeyore, how you doing? Eeyore? Hello. What are you doing here? Or what are you doing? Looking for sticks to build my house again. Sticks for your house? This place already feels like a house. Really? Seems like a great spot to gather everyone once we find them. Okay. Help Pooh find his lost friends, target him. Yeah, okay. I know. I didn't understand, like, why he wouldn't move any further, but okay. Yeah, so this is the last mini-game. You kind of need to help him here. I don't fully get it, but whatever. Kind of weird, but alright. I think the trick to this, in order to do this, is to have Pooh, in many regards, you know, actually react to most of the things here. Okay, good. I was like wondering, do I need to go up there and do it? I don't get it. Okay, I know for a fact I have to get Pooh up there for a reason. Hold up. Follow me, Pooh. Okay, good. He's doing it automatically. Oh. Hmm? Oh, okay. I was like wondering. How do I... Okay, here we go. Come on, Pooh. Follow me. Come on, Pooh Bear. Pooh. Okay, there we go. Jeez. Okay, so that's how you get him to walk across. Okay. I really wish there was a way to get rid of that thing, but okay. Okay, now to get up here. Come on, Pooh Bear. There we go. You know, I was up there. You could have just left me up there. These animations take forever, but whatever. But whatever. Wait, god dang it. There we go. This is one way to get Piglet out. Hello, Piglet. Pooh, where are you? I don't know where we are either, Piglet. But we go back the way we came. We should find home. Okay, there's Piglet. There's a way to get to Rabbit. I know there is a way. Hold up. I thought I'd have a better word with Roo about his bouncing. Next thing I knew, quite to my surprise, I was lost too. Gosh dang it. Okay, I got Tigger, I got you. Piglet. Okay, good, I've got you now. I think I need Pooh Bear down here, I think. I'm assuming. Okay, hold up. Let's see. Owl looked so intent on something. Well, I just had to follow him. But then Owl flew off into the sky and there I was all by myself. Jesus, man. Oh well, I don't blame you, it's just Jesus. You need to calm down. Okay, that's everyone but Roo, and I think I know how. Oh. I tried bouncing as high as Tigger. I was so busy trying to bounce, I forgot to watch where I was bouncing. Okay, good. Pooh just comes down by himself. You do need to get Pooh up there in order to get Piglet. That's the main thing, at least. So I'm just glad I was able to do this, at least. Everyone's here. Yep, pretty much. Torn bait turned into new item. Ooh, EXP ring. Huh, I don't have to... Well, I can synthesize it if I want. EXP rings just do what it says.
We're all together again.
Gives more EXP if you wear it.
I didn't know what to do when I was all alone.
Yeah,
Piglet, you gotta be brave.
that's kind of true.
You weren't lonely at all?
No.
Lonely? Are you kidding? I'm a Tigger. The most wonderful thing about Tiggers is I'm the only one.
Like I said before, existential crisis.
Awfully fun too.
Yeah, you can be afraid and not be lonely, you know.
Think.
There's differences here and there.
Hey, Pooh. What are you thinking about now?
Oh, well, I'm just thinking about what to think about.
Well, everything's fine now, so it's fine.
Well, I'm off.
Yeah,
Sora, where are you going?
gotta save the world, man. Multiple times,
I'm
it
gonna
seems.
go look for my friends. They're waiting for me.
Jesus, that's stutter.
Sound back again.
Yeah, I won't. In about a few years.
I hope you find your friends.
Or a full year, I think, right? Don't worry, I will return here someday. Maybe to collect whatever it is I forgot. Maybe I forgot something. I can't remember. All I do know is that this world does come back in Kingdom Hearts 2. So, it's not like as if I'm not gonna return. But it's not gonna be for a long time. Like, seriously. Do the anime thing.
Don't forget, we shall always be here.
And then he forgot.
Visit again, that is.
And then he forgot. Kind of a shame, but I understand it. Actually, you forget too, Pooh Bear, technically. But that's another story for another time. And that's the end of the 100 Acre Woods, for now at least. I think I might have forgotten certain little treasures here and there, but I think this is the end of it. That's why I wanted to do this in one go, because it feels like a complete thing I did. So it's good that I did this. Yeah! Sealed and protected. And that was the key for this world. And that's how it's done.